Welcome to WCOBM, where social media meets TV. You're watching Geeks Are Sexy, and I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis, my co-host, Danny Vegas. That's right. And on today's show, we're talking about if you had your own live streaming show, what would you talk about? How would you make money? And most importantly, how would you get the word out to everybody out there on social media? That's what we're talking about on this segment of Geeks Are Sexy TV show. So thanks so much for joining us on Geeks Are Sexy TV show, talking about social media, interviewing entrepreneurs, and technology. Geeks Are Sexy is proudly sponsored by a whole lot of sponsors that I want to give some shout outs to. My first sponsor, Scott, if you can show me, thank you, is Mad Macro. Go to madmacro.com, live life against the grain. Also, Platinum Physiques. Go to platinumphysiques.com and change your life today with Michael Haley. And also, Infuse Wellness Center in Las Vegas, Henderson. Go to infuselv.com for hydrating, wellness, and feeling your best. Also is Complete Health and Wellness. Ever tried cryotherapy, Novathor, or Novatech? For any athletes out there, maybe have some soreness and you want to alleviate some pain, go to CompleteHealthandWell.com. And as well, My Vegas Magazine. Got to give a big shout out to them. I have my article in there every month. Check it out, the Social Media MD. And one of my favorite gals, Yvette Auger from Cosmopolitan Connections. She's a proud sponsor of Geeks Are Sexy. She has events every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Go to cosmopolitanconnections.com. And as well, Project Fit Nation. Just signed on them as a client. Big shout out to Jessica. ProjectFitNation.com. Go out and check out their gear. It's so hot. I love wearing it. And last but not least, Gene Woods Racing Experience. The fastest go-karts in Las Vegas, traveling at over 45 miles an hour in their go-karts. Located at 121 Las Vegas Boulevard. Nevada 89119, that's right, racingexperiencelv.com. So that is all my sponsors, and I want to give big shout outs to them. I also have some others that I'm going to be bringing on, like Sin City Pickers, Mirror Salon, Empower Bars. So I have so many sponsors that I just love and adore, and on this show we're going to be talking about how to make a living if you had a live streaming show. Now Danny is here, and he is the man when it comes to Las Vegas, running the WCOBM booth. Thanks for joining me today, Danny.
I love you. You know that.
Absolutely. Love you too, man. So Danny taught me how to take value in my show and how to create money with it. And I want to educate you all out there in case you love social media, you love live streaming, and you're interested on how to make a living. Well, one of the ways is just what I did by product placement, shout outs for my sponsors. That's one of the ways that you can make money. But we're going to go through all of the different ways because we have quite a few other areas where we haven't even talked about.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and show you a slideshow of some of the ways that you can make money with a live streaming show here on WCOBM. So, the first picture you're looking at is if you had a monthly show.
Okay.
Go ahead, Danny, and explain more about if anyone was interested in having a once-a-month show here on the network.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at this piece of paper over here. It's not a paper; it's electronic. Basically, this is for a monthly show.
Yep.
Okay. So if you're on WCOBM, which you should be, because every business, every entity, every chamber, whatever, should have in their marketing platform, they should have, great, thank you so much. They should have live video, or not necessarily live, that's one of the cool aspects of WCBM, but they should have video content to not only increase their sphere of influence, but to give their fans, just like Michelle does, to give all her fans information that they want. So if you want to come on WCOBM and become that first of mind person in your genre, then you can come on to WCOBM, and they're seeing this right now, right? Now,
so this is actually, if you wanted to have a commercial on the network and you had some companies that said they have already made commercials,
right.
This is kind of one of the ways that you could charge for airtime.
That's right.
It's a lot of work here at WCOBM to have your own show. So once a week, it's a lot of work. If you wanted to have once a month and just come on, that's one of the ways you could do it. But this is a price package of if you had airtime and you wanted to promote companies as your sponsors and have some commercials out there, this is one of the ways to do it.
That's right. Basically, this right here is what you're seeing right now. Say you are in the health and fitness genre. In that genre, there's no one in Las Vegas better than Michelle Davis to promote your stuff, okay? Not because she has a show here, because she does, but she lives and breathes it 24 hours a day, okay? So if she loves your stuff, that means it's good stuff. So if you're health and fitness, here's your person right here.
So let's move on, Scott, to the next slideshow.
Okay. What's the next one?
What this is
right.
If you had product placement. Let's say you're wearing a t-shirt,
right.
You bring on a water bottle or products, and you had someone that had some products that they wanted to bring on the show. This is a way where you can actually have a segment special where you promote them for a certain amount of time, you wear their products, you give them shout outs on the show, and then you endorse them on your social media.
Yes, you can do that. For example, the way I do it, a live show segment special, a lot of the times you can do, Michelle, you can actually invite that person on. Okay, and so they come on, they get a full segment, they get the lead up to the show, they get the lead up after the show, they get the MP4 on a flash drive so they can use this content wherever they want, and they can come on board and sit right next to Michelle and talk about their great product, which happens all the time on the show. People come on and they bring their stuff, and Michelle talks about it, and she promotes it after the show, she promotes it before the show. Value, value, value.
And that's one of the things that Danny Vegas has taught me. And so if someone wanted to come on my show for just a one-time appearance, or maybe they wanted to come on every month, those are some of the things that I can do. And I can actually do product placement. You do a PR release before they come on the show, and afterwards you do a group picture together. You send them the picture, you send them the copy of the show, and most importantly is you boost the post throughout the week, and you send them the analytics chart of how many people have been viewing them. And one of the things that I love to do is I like to use a coupon code or a promo code where people can actually save money, and then the company can track how many sales you have brought in. So let's go to the next slideshow, Scott, if you don't mind. Thank you. So again, this is the shout out product placement. If someone wanted to come on once a month or just one time and they had some products they wanted you to endorse or wear or throw some shout outs to, this is the cost of what I actually charge for. And so what this is relatively is for you to take value of if you had your own live streaming show, and if you had the concept of your show, you had the theme of your show, you had all the guests lined up that you feel would be great for your show, and you're trying to figure out how to make some money off of it, how to basically build interest off of it, and how to get more value. This is one of the ways that Danny Vegas has taught me.
That's right. Basically, it's pretty simple. For example, this product placement, say the owner of the company really doesn't want to come on a segment, but they love the fact that their product is in front of Michelle Davis, and she even gives it about a 30-second minute, like purified drinking water. It's great water. I drink it all the time. Keep an eye out for it. It's in all your neighborhood stores. Boom, right there.
One of the most important things that people ask me is, what's your target audience? So I want to get a feel for the demographics. So I typically have 65% women, the ages of 25 to 45, and then I have 35% men, the ages from 25 to 55, and that is worldwide range. I look at the concepts of where people are viewing in the United States, in Asia, England, India, all those places, and I kind of try to track it in a report. So therefore, if people have a service, a product, a business, they have relative clients and customers that they really want to get ideal to, this is a great way for you to do target placement, for you to do a PR release, do shout outs, do sponsorship for the exact kind of target analytics that certain businesses will sponsor for. Are you feeling me? Does that make sense, Danny?
Yes, it does.
All right.
It's just it's a machine. And
It
it's
is.
well groomed, and it's like clockwork.
So
Love
let's
it.
go to the next slideshow, Scott. Thanks. So this is if you wanted your own monthly signature show. If you actually wanted to come on WCOBM, whether it's your own show, your own name, or you wanted to come on Geeks Are Sexy and have a half an hour or an hour to talk about your product, where you get the difference between is you're hosting the show versus you have a host who's hosting the show for you. And so that costs a little bit different. But this kind of gives you value of what you can target if you had your own once a month show.
Right.
Or if you wanted to use another person's platform, this is kind of the differentiations, differences of the values that you can look at.
That's right. Now, just like Michelle said, say, hey, I don't really have the time and effort about doing or producing a show. I just want to come on a segment and do a show. Okay, well, I'm into health and fitness. I want to promote my business. You talk to Michelle, you come on, boom, you suit up, you show up. The cool thing about that, like, hey, I think I can take it to the next step, Michelle. I think I can do my own Danny Vegas show.
Right.
Well, you know what? For $250 a month or a half an hour, $150, you could have your own hour produced by you. It's your gig, it's your concert, it's your show.
I love it. And here at WCOBM, you suit up and show up. For people who have a once a week show, they have their own website. The show's basically archived in less than 48 hours. And Scott, can you go to the last slideshow, please? So this is if you wanted a weekly show. If you said, you know what, Michelle, thank you so much for representing my company every month. I'm so comfortable coming on TV, and I think that I can do this on my own. Let's see what it would cost for a weekly show. This is kind of the breakdown, if you had your own weekly show, of what you would offer your guests. So they would come on the show, they'd have their own show, our show interview. It streams worldwide, and you would be giving them their own copy of the show. Of course, you have your picture afterwards that you
That's
sent
right.
them.
That social media picture is very important.
And most importantly is afterwards you take the segment, you boost it, and then you platform it to all of your different social medias. And that's how the word gets out, and that's how the ball gets rolling on what's your show about? What are you broadcasting? What are you promoting? And furthermore, how are you going to make a living doing this?
Yeah, that's right. Now, the weekly show, I'm going to tell you right up front, those are for the folks that have the time, the energy, and the content to come in here on a weekly basis and produce a great show. But I will tell you, doing weekly shows is basically the way to get the content out, fresh content out more. And just like I said, if you go every week, you will find people will recognize you when you walk around town because your show is everywhere all the time.
That's right. Thanks, Scott, for showing the slideshow. So whether you want to have product placement, shout outs, you want to sell airtime with commercials, maybe you want to have hourly guests or half an hour guests or guests come on just for 10 minutes, or maybe you want to have a monthly show or a weekly show, those are all different prices that you can package together in a media kit if you had your own live streaming show. So if you're interested, get a hold of Danny Vegas. Danny, give all your contacts.
Basically, it's easy. Danny at WCOBM.TV. If you got something to write my number down, it's 702-491-6237. This platform, this live streaming platform, is literally a marketing monster. And it's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and it is the real deal. I'm a marketing guy myself.
Yes, you are.
Michelle's a marketing gal herself. And there's no doubt I wouldn't be spending as much time and energy into this platform unless I knew it is moving forward, it is the way to go.
Thank you, Danny.
You bet.
So if you're interested, get a hold of Danny Vegas. You can come on down. We can give you a free tour. We can show you what it's all about. But I want you guys to believe that you have what it takes to have a live streaming show. Here at this network, we provide it easier than before for you to have exactly what you need to brand yourself on a platform where it combines social media,
That's right.
live streaming television, and it's worldwide, most importantly. It doesn't get any better than that.
Doesn't get any better than that. And I'm sorry I didn't mean to step on you, Michelle, but I get so excited because I know the alternative shooting video, production,
Right.
waiting for days. Oh, I didn't like that. Reshooting. My goodness, thousands and thousands of dollars on the hook. Not anymore. Suit up, show up. It's in your inbox. It could be in your pocket before you leave.
So look forward to having Danny and I educate you guys in the future about what it takes to have a live streaming show. It's not as hard as you think, and I hope that you have all the good stuff to bring right here on WCOBM when it comes to sending your message to the world. So thank you for joining us, and don't forget that Geeks Are Sexy is live every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here in Las Vegas, live on WCOBM.com.